We found more locations here than we had even thought of in the script. You know, when we came here location scouting to St. Marys, and we're taken around by Barbara and Doug from the Film Alliance, and around every corner there was my producer and I would just look at each other and go, "Oh my God, that's a great location for that scene," and "Oh wow, that's perfect for that scene." And we actually rewrote the script, adding locations because we found so many here in St. Marys. St. Marys as a town and the inhabitants of that town really gave a flavor to our movie that we could never have recreated. We started taking people out of the crowds and giving them lines, because the faces, the characters that are in this town are, again, you can't write them. If you wrote them, people would say they weren't real. But they were, you know, fabulous. Again, just like the town, just like the locations here, the people, unique, special, and enthusiastic, and really helped make our movie something really special. The St. Marys community was vital for this telling of this story, because I think in many ways, while you know the people were wonderful and enthusiastic, and the town is just lovely and charming and picturesque, there was something very interesting about this town. This town had sort of been knocked to the ground a few years ago, or a few years before we shot. And I think that sense of they had just sort of gone through what the characters in this movie were about to go through. This figuring out how to rebuild, am I going to stay? Am I going to leave? If I stay, how am I going to make that happen? And you could see it in the people's faces, and it was something very authentic about it that I don't think if we had done it in someplace else that was more pristine and more smooth. You know, St. Marys, one of its charming things is it's a little rough around the edges, and that, again, it's just something that comes through and makes the movie feel even more authentic. I keep going back to this word enthusiasm, but it was very much this town, and at the head of this town was the Alliance. Whatever you need, we'll figure it. If we don't have it, we'll figure out how to get it. Just ask. And you know, don't worry, we're going to help you make this movie. It was very much a Mickey and Judy kind of a thing. You know, we need a place to shoot this. Well, I happen to have this land, and it's near water. You can shoot there if you want. Great. We're looking for this restaurant. It was supposed to be a bar. Now we can't. Well, we have a restaurant around the corner. Why don't you just shoot there? We're closed on Mondays. Come on in. We do it there. We didn't have to beg for anything here. Things were offered to us that gave us possibilities, which got us, you know, thinking creatively from a point of opportunity, as opposed to what can we do to sort of make it happen. It's like, what can't we do? You know, how can we use this? This is so neat. How can we add this to the mix? And I just think it made a tastier stew than other towns and other film commissions. I would love to do another film here in St. Marys and the surrounding areas. It comes down, of course, to story. But there are a lot of locations here. You can make St. Marys look like a lot of places, especially anything you're doing in terms of Southeast. It can be anywhere. So. It's sort of any town USA, and so why not come shoot here?